You can pray, you can drink, you can wait on the rain. Either way, it's gonna burn.
We're live. I better not tell my joke.
Yeah. Are we live after that joke or before that joke? There's a fine line of that joke, huh?
What's up, though? Episode 3?
Episode 3 of the pod, dude. Summer is back. Memorial Day weekend, baby.
Back.
Come on.
Thank God, man. The winter blues are gone. I feel them no more.
Dude, shout out to the big, thick boys that are about to have to
Oh, the fat boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're about to shed that winter coat.
The girthy boys, dude. They can no longer cover everything up with a hoodie. You can't wear a hoodie in July. So,
and if you're like me, you're one of them big boys, you got to wear the black T-shirt because you get sweaty during the summertime and it kind of doesn't show it.
Yep.
I'll be in black until probably October.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's tough is summer's back. Everybody's fired up for summertime. The good-looking people who worked out during the winter months, they're happy it's back. But the boys like us who drank during football season and carried it over into dry January.
Well, football season don't end until the end of January.
That's what I know, yeah. So
Or
we drank
February.
we drank through February, and then March Madness came. We drank during March Madness, and then you look up, summer's back, and I've got this belly still, dude.
I look in the
Nothing
mirror,
changed.
I take my shirt off, and I look like a plucked chicken.
Yeah, so summer's back for the hot people, but for the big dog drinkers, hey, summer
man,
ain't
here
back.
we go.
Let's get through summer
I'm
quick.
be like that fat kid at the pool, my shirt on all summer.
I need that first cool day in October, baby. Come on.
I can't wait, though, man. We're about to get the boats fired up.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
Unfortunately, the weather's pretty terrible this weekend, but
Hey, that's part of the game, though. You
It'll,
can't control it, or can they?
I'm going to have my shirt on all summer. I might try to beef up the arms and do like wear the wife beater. I'm not going to beat on my wife, but just wear the wife beater.
We know what they say. The bigger your arms are, the bigger your belly can be, because it kind of, it
Evens
takes
it out,
it takes
Unfortunately,
that.
I got these stick arms and a little bit
Same
of
here.
a belly.
Same here.
Shout out to the guy commenting on the thing in the last video, calling me a plump Theo Vaughn.
Hey, you are a little plump Theo Vaughn.
Come
though.
on, dude. Do I look like plump Theo Vaughn? Let me take the shades off.
Dude, it's better than being called JD Vance, buddy. Shout out JD, though. I like JD,
That's
but
our
damn.
next president.
I know it is, dude.
It might be you, dude. You could be an impersonator.
I've said too much shit
do
for that.
do you have a JD impersonation? I don't think
don't.
he's a guy you can really impersonate.
I mean, he's just a normal
just
dude.
a normal dude.
He really
Just one of
is.
the bros.
Yeah.
He'd be in here having a beer with us, right?
Dude, he would drink it. I would guarantee he'd pour up a beer with us.
I think he'd have more than just one, too.
Yeah, that's the difference. There's a difference in the guys that come in, they have one or two beers, but then there's the guys that are like, hey, dude, let's drink a 12-pack tonight and get fired up, you know?
Oh, totally. Yeah, 6-pack ain't enough.
No.
My favorite comment was JD Vance, why we drank.
Yeah, the Justin Moore song. Cause it's Monday, cause it's Friday, cause it's hot out. That's why we drank.
Okay. Dude, but back to it, dude. I don't think I trust people that come and drink one beer.
No.
That's not my kind of guy, dude. You better have at least a 6-pack. And then at the 6-pack, I need to look you in the face. And you need
a 6-pack.
Yeah. I need to see when you drink your 6-pack, I need you to have that look of like, damn it, dude, do I go home now or do I keep drinking?
Yeah.
I want the guys that are like, let's stay for a couple more, you know?
I've never gone somewhere and had one beer.
No.
If I'm going and I'm just going to have one beer, I'm having no beers.
Nada.
And I'm probably not going.
No.
I'm not a one beer guy. I'm not a quitter. I don't have any quit in me. Once I start something, son, I finish it.
Ooh, boy. Come on,
So if
now.
I buy a case, I'm ingesting it all.
Yep. We don't buy it to sip them throughout the week, you know?
And summer's back, and it's socially okay to have a few more beers than you should.
Yeah. What's your thought on seltzers?
I like them, dude. Ain't no laws when you drinking them claws, brother. The only problem with the White Claws for me is the hangover.
Oh, is it
I
bad?
can have
I don't
like
drink them,
3
so
of
I'm not
them.
sure.
Dude, I can have like 3 of them, and the next day I just can't even move.
Malt liquor.
What? It's like the
malt
Johnny
liquor, man.
bootleggers
Dude, that's
you buy.
what's I got you. That's what's in White Claw, right? Is malt liquor? Yeah. The high noons are good though. I like high noons.
That's what I'm
They're a
sipping
little
on right now, a little high noon, a little high
Yeah.
tide, a little roll tide.
yeah.
They're
Dude,
pretty good. They go
hey,
down smooth. I like to switch
That's
it up.
another thing. Salute, brother.
Cheers, bro.
It's a Friday afternoon. Let's do it.
Come on, man. You can't beat a Friday. Is there a day better than Friday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I mean, come on.
Saturday might be better
Most
than
people
Friday.
don't work on Saturday. They work on Fridays. That's,
Sunday ain't bad.
Sunday's a fantastic
It's a
day.
Sunday fun day. I enjoy it. Going out on a boat because it's summer, baby.
Dude, the boat for a little bit into golf in the late afternoon, that's kind of fun.
That's a long day, though.
It is. But
18 holes, 4 hours of drinking. And
yeah, but we're built for long days. Let me tell you.
I'm built for it. But, dude, the older I get, I will say it hurts the next morning. You know, at 28 years old, it's like I've been introduced to my first 2-day hangover.
Same. But, dude, I feel like we're vets at it. Like, The 2-day hangovers are here. I'm 28 as well, and I feel like they're here. But dude, I'm still like mind over matter here. I'm good. I can drink. You know, you just fight through it mentally, and you're fine.
Well, something that helps with a hangover is a little hair of the dog. Same dog that bit you the night before, you get a little hair of that dog in you.
Yeah, you get a mimosa,
You
a
don't
little
feel
Bloody
right,
Mary.
but you feel better.
That's right.
Summer's back. We're on it, baby.
Summer's back, and I hope it's the summer of crypto. That'd be sick.
Dude,
I might retire
have
if
a
it's
crypto addiction. Like I get like this dopamine hit, like most people get when somebody likes their picture and stuff. I get that same hit when I see XRP is trending upward 5%, dude. I'm like, oh my God, should I retire now?
Dude, that's the big thing, though. You got to turn the notifications off for that because, bro.
I just got one.
Because I get just horribly deflated as soon as I see, Bitcoin's down 18%. I'm like, oh, shit.
I don't have a ton of Bitcoin. I'm on that like try to get rich quick thing. I'm on the XRP thing. And like
you can buy more of them. But at the same time, I feel like if XRP, Bitcoin is the godfather. So like when all the altcoins, which is not saying XRP is an altcoin, but when it goes up, I feel like everything's up too,
I stay in the
Bitcoin.
news too. Like I'm like trying to see like BlackRock's going to buy like XRP ETFs. And I have like faith. I think XRP could get to, I don't know enough about it, but dude, if it gets to triple digits, I can't retire, but I can.
We're stupid, dude. Just follow Pelosi's old ass. Whatever she fucking buys into, let's just jump in it too. What are we doing, dude? Why don't we just follow?
So many people make so much money off that, but
I know.
I'm too prideful as a man where like I want to do it myself.
Yeah,
I don't want
I want to
cheat
be
sheet.
right.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm gambling on a game, I don't want it to be because somebody's like, hey, I think the Braves are going to win because of these statistics. I'm like, well, you know what? Now I want to take the Phillies.
Yep. You want to be the puppet master, not follow the puppet
I want to be the
master.
guy that got it right on my own.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's
I get
why
it.
I'm not
Yeah.
following Nancy Pelosi's optics and all that stuff. They're going to get her for long anyway. She's going to go down, dude.
Yeah, she looks like a sick bird, dude.
Well, yeah, I've got the crypto addiction bad.
Oh, I've got it too, bro. It's fun. Well, the idea of Bitcoin was at $7,000 in 16, 15, whatever it was. But 10 years later, it's 100 times that. Like, bro.
If only I'd have had like $10,000 when I was 16
Yeah.
and would have known to buy Bitcoin.
I know.
God, I'd be on
First
an
time
island right now.
First time I ever heard about Bitcoin was about people just trying to buy drugs off the Silk Road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was very much like a
Bitcoin.
dark web thing for a while. Like that one guy bought a pizza and like whatever year for like
100 Bitcoin on it. Yeah.
that pizza man is like hell yeah right now.
Spent $10 million on a Domino's pizza.
Y'all ain't gonna believe it, dude. I sold a pizza for 300 Bitcoin and I forgot about it, and now I'm retired living on an island somewhere.
Dude, I'm telling you.
The thing
That's a
about
real thing.
XRP though that's cool is like it's supposedly it's like quicker, right?
From what I understand is transactions wise, sending back and forth, the fees are much less. Extremely small, like a few cents on the dollar for every transaction, and they're instantaneous. And that's the
XRP.
That's the glamour
Put the
of it.
juju on
So-
it. Put the juju on it. Let's go.
But let me tell you this, and I'm an XRP believer. I'm an owner of XRP. The only thing that scares the shit out of me about it is that Ripple owns so much of it. And I wish they could work out a deal here where like
give some to the government or
maybe
something.
the government because
Trump's or he's a crypto guy, which is
he's
cool.
a crypto guy. But my thought's like, dude, if Trump and the federal government could just work a deal with Ripple where you let the government buy a bunch of it from them, now they can regulate it. That would be awesome. That'd be good for the price of it.
So everything's just so over my pay grade. I'm just like,
Dude, it's
I'm
over
running
mine
off
too.
faith.
I'm just like, I'm trying to treat it like it's gold,
Literally, I would get a 9-to-5 job before I would sell my crypto. Like if I ever got down bad and I'm like, I need $1,
You
I
quit
would,
music. That's what you're saying.
Well,
Got your ass.
I would just pick up more gigs.
Yeah,
I would play, more gigs for less money and just work more if I had to. Because
playing
I
extra-
believe,
yeah,
if
yeah.
like spending what crypto is, what it's worth right now, that's so depreciative because I'm like, I value it at way more than what it's at. So
Yeah.
like if I spend $10 in crypto right now, I'm like, it feels like I just spent $1,000 because of what I think it's going to get to.
Yeah. Dude, everyone's got that one friend that's like the crypto guy, and he knows it all. And we've got that one friend, Dan, who every time he talks about XRP, I'm like, fuck, I need to go buy a couple thousand more of it.
I can't even text him, dude.
I'm going to be $100 millionaire in a couple years. Let's do it, dude.
And I buy at the worst times.
I know. And
I
every
love
time
to
it
buy
goes up
high
a little.
and sell low, dude.
Yeah,
I make
dude.
the worst decisions financially.
Dude, the only good decision is just don't sell. That's it. No matter what, if you need to liquidate something, don't
That's
liquidate
what
your
I'm saying.
crypto.
I'm not selling.
Yeah, don't liquidate the crypto.
I'll liquidate my body. I'll get an
something else.
OnlyFans. Shit. You think I could? You think somebody would? I will
you're gonna
call it
start
Plump
selling-
Theo Vaughn
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Start selling
and I'll
some,
just,
sell some bathwater, baby. Come on.
dude, that leads me to, I'm jealous of the fetish people out there.
Why?
What a thrill ride that must be, huh? Like, I'm just such a normal guy, very vanilla. Like, I just feel like I don't like dabble into crazy things.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
fetish people are living on the edge every single day.
Yeah, I
They're
get
just
what
like,
you're saying.
oh my God, I cannot wait to get those dirty socks in the mail. You know?
So you're wishing you had that
wish-
like, you wish you loved something that
I don't
much.
want to
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
but I just wish I got that thrill they got.
Oh, you're a missionary fetish guy. your fetish is straight missionary, baby.
So
Come
what
on.
kind of ice cream will it be for you, Austin? Vanilla.
Yep.
Yeah, very much vanilla always. Yeah, don't give me the rocky
No
road.
sprinkles, baby. Come on. Yeah.
No feet.
Oh.
Think about that, though. What a thrill ride that must be.
Dude, I saw something, on Twitter now, or I guess it's called X, on the For You, all that just crazy shit.
Oh, it's
pops
the
up.
Wild West, dude. I
Some
can't
girl,
get on there.
dude, I saw some girl selling her toenails, like clipped her toenails and was selling them on there. I'm like, what are we doing, bro? What does this come to?
How do you?
And you know what? Some sick
How is
son
there
of
a
a bitch
market
bought
for
them
that?
too.
Yeah, because
Yeah, somebody bought them.
dude, that's what I'm saying is that guy that's buying them toenails is just living on the edge.
What's he doing with them? I don't know.
Yeah, I just got these toenails in the mail. I'm gonna make me a stew. Oh, a little toenail stew.
Bone broth stew, baby.
Dude, think about the collagen in those things.
Oh, stop. All right,
Think
we're
about-
changing the subject. We're changing the subject.
Think about the collagen and the hair, the hair health.
Lord have
Maybe
mercy,
they're onto
dude.
something. I don't know. I'm into that holistic stuff.
Dude, it's like
so-
Liver King. You want a stronger liver, eat liver, right? You want, it's like a biotin supplement. You just eat your fingernails.
Dude, I cannot eat liver.
Dude,
Oh,
that's so crazy that anybody believed for 1 second that dude did not take steroids.
Oh, did you see when the report came out all the shit he was on?
yep.
He was on Winstraw, Anavar, testosterone, Trembolone.
People were going hard for him for a second, though. They're like, no, he's a primal man.
Yeah,
Dude,
Bullshit.
absolutely not. You cannot look like that. That is what the Romans used to chisel out. Dude, there's no way. That dude is made of marble. And it's because he's on I think I saw it was like
Just
$30,000 a month in steroids he was spending.
He's artificial, bro. He's built by injections. That's it.
But it's always the dude that's on all the juice and all the stuff that's like the easiest to whoop his ass.
Dude, absolutely. I was literally about to say, I'll take the fucking guy working for the city who's been grinding out power lines. Like, bro, that dude will whip Liver King's ass, bro.
Dude, like,
come on.
the people working on a farm,
Yeah,
country strong
dude.
is a big thing.
Dude, not even that. Not even like farm strong. I'm talking just your guy that's like 9 to 5. He's working like a rough, a garbage job or like a cleanup job or like a roofing guy. Like, dude, those guys they work so hard, bro. They whip
there ain't a pickle
Liver
jar
King.
in the United States them dudes can't open.
No, bro.
I mean, they just pop
Dude,
that
your
thing
blue
out.
collar 9 to 5ers, I'll take them any day over Liver King.
I get that pickle jar. I got to wipe off my hands because they're typically a little clammy. Gotta give it a good pull. I'm like, this is going to be a rough one. Got to hit the top of it, try to get the
You take
air
a paper
out.
towel out, twist. Yeah.
And then I take it to Rachel and I'm like, Rachel, can you open this pickle jar? My grip strength,
She pops it right open. You're like, I'll loosen it up. I'll loosen it up.
I definitely did that. You just got the
yeah.
pop to come out. That was me with a pickle jar, bro. Oh my God. What's been going on, dude? What you been
Man,
up to? We had a good day yesterday.
We had a great day yesterday.
Hung out by the pool.
Hung out by the pool, saw Joe, my brother, who's the dog. And dude, you called him up on stage today.
Yeah.
How
We were
crazy.
playing in Tennessee and it just so happened that he was on a vacation right down the road.
That's
And so I
crazy,
called
yeah.
him up and threw him to the fire with T. Shrigg.
Yeah,
He
you
got up
did.
there, played a song, and then me and him played 2 songs.
Yeah.
He loved it, dude. It was
That's
great.
awesome. Yeah. Dude, should we talk about our night we had Saturday night?
Oh, God.
Haven't done it since I was in high school.
I don't know if I can ever do that again, dude.
For anybody out there that wants to relive your glory days, we stayed up until 8 a.m. I'm not sure how we did it.
Just running
but
off.
It was one of those fun nights, and I think everyone's had this night where you're drinking with your boys and you look up and it's 10 p.m. and then you snap your fingers and it's 3 a.m. and you're like, how the hell did it get this late? And that's just one of those fun nights with your guys.
Well, here's my problem is if I start having a good time, it's with anything. It's with music. It's with, podding.
Mm-hmm.
If I start having a good time, I don't want it to end. And so, like, I've just got that thing in me where I'm like, I just like, I know when I call it a night, the fun's over.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just want to stay in that moment. And then you blink your eyes and it's like 7 a.m. We're like, guys, we got to go to bed. Oh my God.
When you're hoping something ends, or when you're hoping something doesn't end, it flies by. And then when
we
you're
were
hoping
playing-
something ends, it takes forever.
The main reason I didn't go to bed is because you and Joe were winning in beer pong.
15 games in a row, baby.
And
Beast.
finally, I won a game. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Call it. It's been a night.
Don't put the Kiel brothers together.
I think I went 1-15. And it's because me and you partnered up.
Yeah, it was.
You didn't lose a game.
You didn't even beat us. Yeah, I didn't lose a game that night. But
That
I
is
was reliving.
incredible.
I was reliving the glory days, dude.
Dude, yeah, the beer pong in college, that was something.
Yeah.
I used to pride myself, you know, like it would like affect me the next day how I played in beer pong at the party the night before.
It piss you off, make you work harder.
Or, you know, the other, or I'd just be like walking around, just cock of the walk, just got my shoulders perked up like, yeah, I definitely ran that table last night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, I miss the college days, man.
Dude, I would shit talk more in beer pong than I would on the baseball field in college. I'm dead serious, dude.
No, yeah, facts.
Dude, I miss the college days. It's like one of those things too where it's like, how do you know you're in the good days until you get out of them? You know,
You
like
don't. You don't.
when I was in college, I was probably thinking, man, high school was the shit. And then I get to college, and then I get out of college. I'm like, man, college was awesome. You know, it's like I've kind of got the mindset now where I'm like, these are the good days. Enjoy the moment you're in, because I mean, you're never going to get this back, and you're gonna, no matter what, you're gonna look back in 5 years and be like, I prayed to be where I'm at.
Yep.
I manifested that. You know, and so I'm trying to like just enjoy it while I'm in it now.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I would take my 5 hardest college classes every semester to go back to college.
It was a good time.
Yeah. If you could tell me right now, the deal's on the table, you have to take your 5 hardest classes, fall, spring semester, every year for 4 years. Would you do it? I'd do it again.
I think I'd do it.
I'd go
because
back
I
and drink
always
and do
made it
again.
through.
Yeah, you'll make it through. Everybody does.
You know, like with college, like I was very much a procrastinator, and it's like, but I would always get it done. If it was the night before it was due at midnight, I knew I had to cancel what I had to do, and I would just lock in, grind it, get it done, make a B or whatever.
How much Adderall did you take in college?
Well, I'm ADHD, so I was prescribed.
I know
at
you're
the time.
prescribed. Yeah, I wasn't prescribed, and I didn't take it.
But did I, you know, maybe double my? Did I maybe double my dosage when
I'm sure you did.
when there was tests and stuff? Yeah, coming up. Yeah,
and then did you double your dosage when you were day drinking?
Yeah, that's what it's for now. No.
Yeah, we call those PEDs, buddy.
PEDs. Adderall's a performance enhancing drug with drinking.
It is a PED. If you fell in the minor leagues or major league baseball while if you're taking it and you're not prescribed it, it's a substance abuse ban. So
Really?
you can get like the same thing as if you were taking steroids for Adderall.
I never did take it to play ball because it just like would get me too hyped up.
It would get me too like I would overthink things. I couldn't just be loose and
It's
free.
like when I'm
you know?
playing music or you know playing ball, like I need to be in the moment and like not too hopped up to where I'm thinking about different things. You know what I mean? Like the ADD is almost good for that because it can kind of take me out of the high stress moments, you know, and I don't hyperfixate on things.
Dude, I got a really funny story about that.
Please give it to me.
When I was in minor league baseball, this is before the sticky stuff got banned. You know, it got banned like a year or two ago.
Oh yeah. What was,
This is my second year in pro ball. One of our buddies had the spider tack, which is like the probably the best stuff in the game. If you're a baseball
sounds
guy
like
out
a
there, you
crazy
know,
strand of weed.
Yeah, you know. Well, yeah, it does. But if you know what spider tack is, it's basically like super glue that just stays sticky forever. And I tried it for the first time in a live BP. And I shit you not, I spiked the first pitch I threw on it 40 feet into the ground. And then I was trying to
sticky?
Yeah, it was too sticky. Then I tried to overcompensate and threw it off the backstop. And I'll never forget, we got back into the clubhouse after that, and I was trying to wipe it off, but I was talking to our analytics guy, and he was telling me, he was like, dude, that first pitch you threw was a 3,100 spin rate on the fastball. He was like, what the fuck was that?
What was the other one called? Pelican grip? That's
Pelican
what I
grip
used.
and spider tack are the ones.
My
yeah.
glove, it was brown. It was a dark brown, but it would have black parts all over it because I would just literally, before I pitch, take a slab of it, throw it on there. And the whole time I was pitching, I was just getting that pelican grip on my fingers.
Dude, the best way to do it now, and I'm sure they check everybody when they come off the field, but dude, under the belt was the way to go. I don't know if you ever had that at UAB, but I remember where when I was in pro
they
ball.
didn't check. I had it on my glove.
Yeah, they
you know,
didn't
like
care.
I mean, sticking out.
Well,
You
when we
could see
played,
it.
they didn't check it.
No, they didn't
back
care.
in the mid-teens.
But dude, how much more fun would baseball be to watch if you could do steroids, you could take Adderall and use pine tar?
Oh, dude.
What a man's league. It'd be the WWE.
Dude, it'd be awesome.
If we could just, oh my God, it'd be home runs, 400 mile an hour pitches.
I've heard that, like, the idea, same thing that they do in jiu-jitsu, you know, they can take
PEDs in jiu-jitsu? Not in like MMA or not like UFC.
Not UFC, but
like
yeah, in
jujitsu.
other countries, where it's not regulated.
If it's just jiu-jitsu, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe America's different, but
dude, it would kind of make sense because I feel like in jiu-jitsu, the little bit I do know about it is it probably doesn't matter how strong you are. It's all about your technique. So like, who cares if you're the strongest guy in the world? If a guy can out technique you, you can take it. You should be able to take it. Who cares? Yeah.
So I've heard people say like, why don't they just let the NFL guys why not just take it?
Yeah.
Really see. I mean, because if they're all taking it, then the freak athletes
makes it
are
more
even got to be
fun.
more freaks.
Yeah. I'll tell you this.
And hey, how about the saying? What do they say? My body, my choice.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to take steroids and play baseball, your body, your choice.
Yeah.
Why not?
In baseball, when they took away the sticky stuff, it injured a ton of guys because they were so used to it for most of their career. And then you take it away, and they don't have that touch and release. Yeah, dude, a lot of guys got hurt. That was a real thing. There were tons of guys that ended up getting Tommy John after they banned it.
You can still use rosin, right?
You
can use. Why I'm doing I think that's what you do. That's what you do with a rosin bag, isn't it?
I wouldn't do it without the rosin bag in my hand.
Oh, you toss it. You toss it. You don't.
Yeah.
Jerk it.
Toss it. Do it like this. Yeah.
Toss it, flap it, stick it.
But now you can't even use it. Was rosin and sunscreen, and you would put it on your arm here.
Sunscreen's crazy.
Yeah, no, you would spray your arm with sunscreen, tap with rosin, spray a little sunscreen back on, and I'm telling you, it was tacky. But now they check you for it. So if it's on your fingers or on your forearms, you've seen those umpires in the Major League Baseball. They check every guy before they come in and out, and they touch all over their hands and gloves and make sure they don't have anything on them.
You should be able to use it,
dude. It'd be so much more fun. But
I probably would have made it. I would have made it. I'll tell you what, if I wouldn't have thrown my shoulder out. I'm just kidding. That's every excuse for the guy that played ball in high school. I was getting looked at. I never threw my shoulder out.
If you would have just thrown harder, you would have made it. You would have been drafted. He was a Friday night starter in a Division I school.
Threw 84 miles an hour.
Didn't throw hard enough. Yeah, that's all it is.
Could never throw harder. Jeff Henry got me up to like 89, but my fastball like flattened out. Mm-hmm. And so like I was just like so hittable all of a sudden. I mean, I was throwing 89, but like I lost some movement, and so I wasn't as effective. And so like I was like way more effective at 84 with this.
Well, you're out of the hitting speed.
I had like a reverse slider.
Yeah.
At 84, and then at like 89, I had like that.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's what's called the hitting speed. So if you sit 88 to 92, you're getting your shit rocked. But if you're 95, 96, well, I guess that's the new hitting speed now. But if you're throwing 84, 85, dude, hitters are so out in front of everything. And if you're a lefty and you can spin the ball at all, dude, you can get out.
My favorite thing was I would pitch in college, and like the first batter or two, they would think that I threw just changeups.
It was all fastballs.
I'd hear the coach going, "Just wait, you'll get a fastball." I'm like, "Damn, no, you just got the fastball, dog.
10 consecutive fastballs.
I ain't even thrown an off speed yet. I throw a changeup, they'd be like, "What the hell is that?" Middle schoolers are throwing harder than my changeup is. I'm throwing a 74 mile an hour changeup.
Oh yeah, I threw 90 in like the 10th or 11th grade, bro.
Were you on PEDs?
No, I wasn't.
I could have got on every steroid in the world and never thrown 90.
Yeah, I was actually, and it's probably my biggest regret is
not doing PEDs.
Dude, I threw really hard, and I didn't take anything. And dude, I went to junior college for 2 years. I could have done whatever I wanted and didn't take them. I should have. I would have thought. I think the fastest pitch I ever threw was a 99.1 on the TrackMan.
God.
So I had 99, but dude, I could have thrown 104 if I would have taken steroids.
Dude, if I see you warming up, I'm telling Coach, I think I'm sick. I think I got it. Oh, I just got virus. I got a stomach, especially if I see you're a little wild too. I'm like, I think I got a damn stomach bug. I don't know if I need to hit today, Coach.
Dude, we were playing Sneed State in college when I was at Pensacola State, and I'll never forget this little leadoff guy. Little lefty, he was short. I don't know who he was.
Oh, I remember him. He was good.
Yeah, he was really good.
Guy.
Yeah. And he wore when he was down. They were at Pensacola, and he was wearing a neon green arm sleeve.
Yep.
And I'll never forget.
He's pretty good.
Dude, like first pitch of the game, up and in 95, drill him right in the elbow in the middle of that arm sleeve. I shit you not. 2 innings later, he comes back up, green arm sleeve. 95 to the same spot. They had to take him out of the game.
You hit him again. What is it with you hitting like the best player on the team?
Dude, I didn't do it on purpose, but maybe just, somebody was up there, God was up there saying, I'll help you out today, buddy. I'll get him out. I'll get him out of the game today.
Was he like, the first time, was he like healthy enough to base run?
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. I'm glad he at least got to touch the bases those days.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit his throwing arm too. I'm pretty sure he was a lefty.
I can't remember his name, dude, but he was actually pretty good. He was just real little.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he must have been 5'5".
I don't remember, but
$120.
But the point is, dude, I've hit guys multiple times in a game. I had our buddy Alec Boehm. I had destroyed him in Alex Box Stadium when Wichita State came to play us.
Dude, I would never hit off of you.
I come in, and we're leading by 10, dude. We're undefeated at the time. I'm pretty sure Poche had just thrown like 14 consecutive no-hit innings. And we're winning this game on Saturday like 10-1. And yeah, Coach Panera's like, yeah, Hunter's in, Kiel, you're in. You know, I was always the guy that came in whenever we were up by a million because I couldn't really blow the game at that point.
Coach Sprout would always say, that you're only going to pitch when you can't affect the game.
Yeah, that's what I did.
He'd say. He'd say, the only time you're going to go in is when you can't affect the game.
Hey, that's
when
what I
we're
did.
up by 20 or we're down by 20.
I was the king of it. And the first batter I face is the number 3 overall pick, who's now the third baseman for the Phillies. And I just put 96 into his back, first pitch.
And now y'all are friends?
I look over at the dugout.
I've never talked to you again,
I look
dude.
over the dugout. Maneri's just got his hand on his head like, oh, my God, what have I done?
You ever play Wichita State?
Wichita State, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
I need to update my damn phone, dude.
Dude, the new iPhone updates are getting wild, man.
I don't ever
I'm
see
sick of
mine.
them.
I always get my phone gets slow.
Well, here's the
because
problem.
I never update it.
Well, here's the problem. You get comfortable with one update. Like, you get comfortable with the way your phone works and everything. You interact and what it looks like, and then they change it and they flip it, and it looks like Android for a week to you, and you can't even do
I think that
what
I'm
you
just
normally
like,
do.
I just in general with life, I'm a little, scared of change. So an update's a big decision for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I've got to update my phone. I don't know if I'm ready for this mentally.
Yeah.
And then you got that 23-page thing. I'm like, what's in that, dude? I'm not going to read it.
No.
And so therefore, I just don't update my phone. And I'm
In that 23-page terms of service, it's like, we're going to take your identity, your social, and we're going to sell it to the black market.
we just
No
agreed
doubt
to
about it.
There's
yeah.
no telling.
No, yeah, I'm not reading it either.
Who's going to read 23 pages? I mean, I barely will watch a video if it's over 10 seconds.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
my
attention
attention-
span. Yeah, it's gone.
The
Yeah.
attention span for just the public in general is just gone.
Oh, it is. Unless
TikTok
you're
and
unless
Reels have
yeah.
ruined it.
Yeah, if you're a RuneScape player out there, your attention span is
I don't know
actually
if that's
not
going to be a
gone.
huge market right
Yeah,
there.
that's not a big market, but I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what, buddy. RuneScape players are masochistic. Their attention span
Hunter's going
is
to back
longer.
up that
Yeah.
RuneScape now.
Dude, I'm just telling you right now, if you're a RuneScape player out there, you know
You've
what
got
I
to
mean.
start streaming it.
I will. Yeah, I will.
You've got the setup.
Yeah, I got the setup. I can play. I can do the in-game content. We could do it. It'd be fun.
There's tens or hundreds of people out there that want to see it.
Tens or hundreds. Come on, bro. There's a couple 100,000 people that watch RuneScape Twitch and Kick. Come on, give me a break.
Somebody asked me the other day, how are your streams going? I'm like, yeah, I've got, tens or hundreds of streams.
Tens or hundreds.
God, dude. I mean, we're killing it, man. I think 1,000 streams equals like $1 maybe. Maybe. Isn't that terrible?
I have no idea.
It's just terrible that like with music, like it's just you have to have billions of streams to make life-changing money.
Oh, really?
It's just because that thing they did with Spotify, like the streaming mechanical side or whatever is just
Yeah.
There's money in radio, but the
Writers. Yeah.
the writers really got screwed.
If you own the master,
That's where the money is.
okay, money. Yeah.
The only money in it is to own the masters, I feel like. Unless you go to radio, but here's the thing is that the record labels control what's played on the radio. I could have a song that has 100 billion streams that's not going to be on the radio because I don't have anybody pushing for it
Putting
to be on
it
the
out
radio.
there, yeah.
The last song I can think of off the top of my head, country-wise, that was like not pushed by the record labels that was being played on the radio just because of demand was the Oliver Anthony song. Because people are calling in
Richmond, North
and they're making you
Richmond.
play it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There was
I've been
another
selling
have a
my
question.
soul. That one.
That was a good
Yeah.
song. I liked it. I have a question for you though. Is the most money not made from all the stadium tours? Like when they go out and
Dude, the most money's made off of a T-shirt.
Oh, really?
Merch and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes
definitely
sense.
big money in it for sure. Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine selling out a stadium and playing? Dude, Garth Brooks, when he played in Baton Rouge at
Talking about like a
Death
football
Valley.
stadium?
Yeah, dude, when he played at Death Valley, he played Call in Baton Rouge and it registered on the Richter scale.
Oh my God.
It was as loud as one of their football games. Like, dude, that's absurd.
The coolest thing ever in music is coming from a guy who's played a lot of cover shows and a lot of original shows is like when you're playing a show and people are singing along to your songs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, that's an unreal feeling. It's like something you created, because the song is something you created, like almost like a kid, It's like your kid you put out into the world and to see somebody appreciate it is a feeling that's unmatched.
That's awesome, dude.
It's just like in the last podcast we did, we had the video go viral. It feels like, damn, that's something we created. It's
Yeah.
like the dopamine hit from that is something, dude.
Yeah, creating a moment, I guess you'd say.
And like you look out in the crowd and you're singing your song and people's mouths are just moving along and they know every word. It's like, damn, dude.
Well, that's
I feel
It's something you created that they know. Like they took the
but
time
if
to
you play
learn
a
and
cover,
love. Yeah.
Playing a cover, somebody else's song, they're singing along. I'm like, I don't even give a shit, man.
Yeah, but also you know that, and you just told me this. You have to cover songs when you start playing before you before your originals.
One,
are
that's
big,
the only
you
way
have
to make
cover
money.
Songs. Yeah,
you
you
have to start off covering songs. And dude, there's a lot of stuff to learn in the cover songs. Like you're learning. For me, it was like learning just different feels to different songs, and it made me a better player and a better singer, and helped me interact with the crowd and stuff. But like you do reach a point where, there's a fork in the road. You're like, are we going to ride with this cover band thing that has a ceiling this big? Or do we want to try to do our own thing? And so that's kind of the fork, pushing more towards the original music.
Dude. There's I would say the pure music fans, like the purists, it's almost like baseball purists, but music purists probably crave the originals, whereas the average music viewer, like I'm an average viewer, I love the crazy cover songs that y'all do. And I think, though, once you get so big, your originals become that cover music.
Totally.
And that's what you're looking for, right?
Totally. I mean, the cover songs are fun. Like, one thing I've kind of like started doing is like, I'm going to put out some cover songs.
Yeah.
Just like if it's in my set, I might as well put, I've got my own spin on the song, put it out and make it mine. There's a lot of people that, they
love that. Yeah. And I've seen that. Yeah.
So it's like, I'll put it out and then it makes more sense for me to play it at a show.
Cover Me Up, Morgan Wallen.
Totally.
Dude.
It's a cover. But nobody would ever know that Jason Isbell wrote and performed Cover Me Up years before Morgan Wallen recorded and put it out. It's like, if I play that song at a show, everybody's like, I love that Morgan Wallen song. I'm like, well, actually, that's a cover.
Yeah. Was it Stuck on You a cover too?
That's Lionel Richie, but Dave Finley, is that what you're talking
Finley
about?
made it really famous a couple years ago. Right?
Well, yeah, that was a song in like the 70s.
I know it was
80s.
famous back then, but he's redone it now, and I feel like all the kids that are our age that didn't know Lionel Richie, who's one of the
kind of a smart thing to do is to like revamp a hit that was already a hit
way back
and
when,
make your own spin on it. I mean, you can, because people know the song and they're already attracted to it. Like if Austin Bohannon puts out whatever original and you see it, you're more inclined to say, oh my God, he did a cover of Can't You See?
Yeah.
I wonder what that sounds like, you know?
Well, dude, it's also you're appealing to two generations. So the generation back then that loved it and the generation now who's hearing you play it and they love it, but also
and now they're a fan
all
of
their
that
parents
song.
and grandparents know the song and they love it too because they recognize it.
Back in the day, like multiple artists used to cut writers' songs all the time. That doesn't happen near as much anymore.
No, it used to happen a lot. Well, I mean, essentially, though, if somebody writes a song and you cut it, it's kind of like a cover.
It is.
You know, it feels, anytime somebody sends me a song, they want me to cut it, I'm like, to me, it feels like playing a cover. Mm-hmm. If I play it out, I won't get that same feeling that I get when I wrote the song.
I see.
I, helped produce it and like decided on things versus like, if when you create it organically and then it translates, that's a good feeling. But it feels like a cover when you do somebody else's songs. It just feels a little fraudulent.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, it's probably with anything. Like if you were an artist, like not a musical artist, but like a painter or something else, and you're maybe basing something off someone else's work. Yeah, you don't feel fully invested in it because it wasn't really yours. Yeah.
It's like having your own. It's like having your own kid versus your step kid. Which one you gonna be?
Maybe not.
Which one you gonna be? That's terrible.
I think you learn to love them. Come on.
And then maybe they learn to love those songs. You know, just like you learn to love your
Shit.
step kid.
That's horrible.
God,
That's horrible, dude.
I do think that back in the day, there were less artists that were writers than now,
Now's it's a time where like there's like a fork in the road there too, where it's like it's cool to be like a good player again. Like Zach Top, he could play the shit out of a guitar.
Yes, he can.
It's cool to be good, write your own stuff, and do all the things again.
Oh, dude, I knew the times were changing for music when Steven Wilson Jr. played the national anthem at the NFL draft. And
sure.
I mean, dude, I'm just saying from like, a man standpoint, a lot of us men love Steven. A lot of people to the average eye, like women and the younger generation doesn't know Steven Wilson Jr. But dude, when he came out there on stage for that, I was like, no fucking way. That's
I showed
absurd,
Noah
dude.
one night we're in here and I was a little overserved. I was the bartender that night too, and I overserved myself. It
Damn
happens
bartender.
sometimes.
Yeah.
If I have one too many drinks, my hand gets heavy and I can't figure that out. But for some reason I overpour, but I'm working on it.
I'm a bad bartender too.
And
buddy,
we were
don't
in
you
here late
worry.
and I was showing Noah, I was like, this is music. Check this out. Listen to Steven Wilson Jr. We listened to it. He goes, yeah, dude, that's good. That's great. He's like, But I don't see the girls liking this. I'm like, oh, you got a point.
Yeah.
Every time I play his stuff for Rachel, Rachel's like, what in the hell was that?
Yep. I've never had a girl. I've played it at my house, you know, when we have people over and stuff. I've never had a girl turn around and be like, oh, this is great. But all the guys are like, who is this, man? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, brother. That's awesome.
That gets me fired up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have another beer.
Because all the guys have just horrible demons that we're all just getting pulled out of us by Steven Wilson Jr.
Oh, yeah. What's that song? Father, Son, or... No,
yeah. My daddy's son.
Daddy's blood, or what
I
is
can't
it?
remember. I don't know.
It's like, you know, he makes music for like, yeah, if you are just listening to music with your bros or by yourself, you're feeling it, you know.
Yeah.
It's like if you're about to go party with some girls, probably gonna put on.
That's a difference.
Drake.
Yeah, different vibe.
Who is another artist that is like strictly for the boys?
Strictly for the boys. I'm not a huge music guy. It's more of your setting
I don't
here.
know.
But
Who is somebody that's like just strictly for the boys?
hey,
Stephen Wilson Jr. was a great one, but
yeah. Sam Barber's awesome. I like him a lot.
yeah, that's a tough one, dude. I may be stumped on that.
Yeah. Just a guy's guy. I don't know.
Just tough.
Oh God, somebody tough as hell.
Who is it?
I mean,
I don't
Brantley
know.
Gilbert.
Oh, Brantley Gilbert is for the
Yeah,
boys.
he
He
is.
does have some songs.
He used to have.
She's
songs a
my
little bit more
kind of
girl.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. But
Warren
Kinda-
Zyder's.
Colt Ford is strictly for the boys.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
You remember when
Cole
I-
Wetzel's kind of for the boys,
Well, I
too.
don't know.
Yeah,
Rachel listens to
likes
him a lot.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Colt Ford is strictly for the boys. You remember when I opened up for him at the Watermelon Festival?
Yeah, dude, I do. Yeah. Yeah.
I would say some rappers too, but like, dude, there's some girls that just listen to some
Just straight rap.
trap. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about this. I didn't even think about this. Have you listened to some of the women rap coming out? It's a little too sexual. I may sound
sure
like
it
my
is.
dad here, but some of this stuff is a little vulgar, dude. I knew it was taking a bad turn when they had WAP, you know, because I remember we're poisoning the youth with these songs. But I remember a boat rode by when we were on Cedar out of my parents, and they were playing like the Kids Bop version. And these kids were singing, macaroni in a pot, that's some wet and gushy.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, this ain't good, because they're going to grow up, they're going to hear the real version. And dude, some of these songs, like Sexy Red, we were riding the bus the other night, and we took some people out, and they were in the back. They told me to play some Sexy Red while I'm driving them around in the party bus.
Yep.
And dude, so those lyrics are just, whoo, like there's no way I'd let my daughter listen to that.
And that's what sucks is like if you ask kids now who are like in their teens, I don't know, what's the first song they ever remember hearing? It's probably something like that. And I remember us as kids, the first song I ever remember hearing in my entire life was Alan Jackson, Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee. It's the first song I ever heard in my dad's truck, and we're just singing
Way
it.
down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. Now that's weird, actually.
It is, but hey, at the time I didn't even know what that was.
What
I
is
would
a
just-
hoochie coochie?
I would sing it in church. I had no
Singing it
clue.
in church?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I wish, and I'll tell you this: my kids, I feel bad for them. They're gonna listen to Hank Williams Jr. and Alan Jackson, baby. They're gonna wake up listening.
We're gonna
to
raise them
Weatherman.
right.
Yeah,
We're gonna raise them right. Now,
Yeah.
Hank Jr.
yeah, they're gonna wake up listening to Weatherman. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. What's your son's first word? Dinosaur.
Dude.
I'm trying to think of the first song like I remember. I used to listen to like funk music with my mom. Probably, have you heard Double Dutch Bus?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a double Dutch bus going down the street, moving to the rhythm. Gotta shuffle your feet.
Oh yeah.
Get
I remember
on
it,
the
yeah.
bus. We used to do this thing upstairs in the living room. We would just move the tables, move the couches, and we'd put blankets on the floors. And we would just, I would run in and jump on the blanket and slide in on Funkadelic Friday. And just me and my mom would dance, dude.
Yeah.
I bet my
that's
dad
awesome.
was just looking from afar like, oh.
I'm gonna whip his ass here in a second. We ain't doing none of that, boy.
I tried to, I think I slept in the bed with my mom until I was like a weird age, like over 10. Like over 10, under 12. Yeah, I mean, I was a late bloomer, dude. I don't know.
Well, dude, that's
I turned out all right, but my dad was worried for a minute.
Dude, that's a normal childhood fear, though, is sleeping alone and being alone or somebody breaking into your house or something like that happening.
Yeah, you
That's
had
a
that
real
fear.
thing. Yeah, that's a real
I
thing.
just didn't like
Yeah.
sleeping alone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Still don't really.
Right.
Sleeping alone. What song is that?
I ain't heard that one. Sleeping alone.
Yeah, I thought it might be Sam Barber. I don't know.
I don't listen to much Sam.
I probably got it wrong.
I don't know about the first song I ever remember hearing, but I remember the first like time that I ever got goosebumps and was like, this is something different than just like normal music. I was probably 8, and it was my dad had the Lynyrd Skynyrd like box set.
Oh,
and he didn't.
I'm getting
He messed
goosebumps
up
right now.
because he told me, he's like, you don't go in there and listen to my CD collection. You're not allowed to listen to that. And I guess he did that on purpose because soon as he was gone, I was right in there listening to Curtis Lowe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I remember Curtis Lowe. I was like, this is different.
God, that's a good one.
It's a great song. Dude, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and I have this argument with a lot of people, but honestly, for a Southern kid growing up, there's not much better. Like, dude, when you hear Simple Man and Freebird for the first times, and you hear Call Me the Breeze, and, dude.
I just want to hop on a bald eagle, fly American flag on top of it, and just ride across the Mason-Dixon line when I hear anything.
Dude, even
Lynyrd
some of their
Skynyrd.
like off stuff that's not your favorite, like not the well-known stuff, like Georgia Peaches and All I Can Do Is Write About It, I think is one of them.
I hadn't heard that. one.
Just
They would have
fantastic
been. They would have been
songs,
the
dude.
best band of all time.
If they
Think about what they accomplished in that short amount of time.
Yeah, they were in their late 20s when they passed away. When I think 6 people died in that plane crash, so half the band had passed away.
Dude,
But
they would have went down as probably the best time. They were on pace,
yeah.
but dude, I mean, something is not beautiful about that. But it's like at least they didn't, I guess, get to the point where like the music gets washed. I feel like a lot of artists they get to the point where they put out music and everybody's just like, I don't give a shit. I feel like that are like all the people I listen to, country music wise, like growing up. Now they're putting out shit, and I'm just like, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a crazy Skynyrd story. When I first started at Fame, I was answering phones, and I got a phone call, and there was an older man. He was like asking for Rick. He's like, is Rick there? And I was like, no, he's not here right now. I can take a message for you. And he just keeps talking and talking for like 30 minutes. And I never got his name. So I was really worried. I was like, I got to get this guy's name for Rick. And at the very end, he was like, oh, yeah, tell Rick this is Ed King. I was like,
That is
freaking
nuts,
out,
bro. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I got this song you should listen to. Hold on, I think it's very Skynyrd-ish. Listen to this, Ed, please.
Dude, Ed King, man. He's in so have you seen the documentary, If I Leave Here Tomorrow? I think it was on Netflix for a while. I think it's on YouTube now, but Ed King's in that documentary, and he tells a lot of the stories about their the crazy shit they did on the road of, all those crazy bands trashing hotel rooms, and Ronnie Van Zant was beating the shit out of everybody and making them feel just getting on their ass, dude, when he was drunk.
Dude,
yeah, he was a
man.
boxer, dude.
I feel like I missed my calling. I should have been like in that rock era.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude,
Throwing TVs
We say
out of
this.
hotel
We
rooms.
say this all the time, and my brother and I agree. If I could wake up right now at 18 years old in any year in American history, I think it would be 1972. At 18 years old in 1972,
Woodstock.
bro, think about the next.
Hendrix?
Think about the next 20 years of your life.
Maybe.
So from 18 to 38, you're gonna live through the 70s and 80s. How much fun they had, the music they had, the festivals they had, dude. Life was great, man.
Music is not the same anymore.
It's clicks.
It's just,
right?
yeah, I feel like people are writing for TikToks now. Like they just want that 15-second thing. It's like, you don't get the value of a good song. Like, can you imagine like some of the, like how long is Freebird? 8 minutes?
9.
9 minutes?
Yeah.
Can you imagine putting out a 9-minute song these days? Nobody's going to listen to that
anymore.
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So the good days are gone with that, man.
But it's also sad that rock music, or I guess that was Southern rock, bluesy rock, whatever you would call it, that's not in anymore, is it? Like, I don't know. I mean, there are some, but like now I feel like all the kids these days or the young people these days just want to hear that Morgan Wallen country, or they want to hear rap, one or the other.
Everything's changed.
Yeah,
I think
dude,
they say
times are
that
changing, man.
1973 was like the best year for music or
Oh,
something.
you picked close.
because
You
it's
said
like-
72?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
would.
saying.
Yeah,
But you picked a
72
good
would be.
year.
Yeah, I'd be 18 and 72.
Who
That'd
told
be
you
fun.
to say that?
Dude, my brother and I talk about it. Our good friend Dan, we talk about it. Like, and Skynyrd's my favorite band, and I just think about their big, like, I guess, come to light moment was like in the early 70s, and they passed away, or a couple of them passed away in 77. So like, if I could be 18 for those like 4 or 5 years, from the time I was 18 to 23, that would be so much fun.
Man, it'd be so much
Yeah.
fun. What we at, 45 minutes? I do have something I want to ask you, though.
Yeah.
If you could be a girl for one day,
Oh Lord.
what would you do?
Now, I've got a question about that.
Oh, no. You can't. Are you thinking about like,
No. No, it's not bad. I'm just like, how old am I? Am I
You get to
18?
pick. You
Am
get
I
to pick.
18? Am
You
I
should definitely
am I
be at
40?
least 18.
Yeah. Oh, no. I would not even bring up being less than 18. I'm just saying, am I a 21-year-old girl? I can go out and do whatever? Or am I like
You
a
pick.
45?
You create your situation.
I mean, dude, I don't know. If I'm a girl at probably 20, I'd probably pick like 25 because I'd like to be like an independent woman who's got some money. And if I want to go travel and do whatever and have the money to go out, I'd probably pick 25, girl, and I don't know, dude. I guess I would want to go to like some big concert with my girlfriends because that's what I'd want to do with my guy friends.
Yeah, maybe
so.
so.
Okay, there it is. I would like to be in a girlfriend group we all love Taylor Swift and we're all going to the damn concert
not
together.
a Swiftie.
Hey, I respect the game. Taylor Swift's done some crazy shit, dude.
Dude, I am using and abusing that power. If I was a girl for one day, I'm doing the sugar daddy shit. Oh, son, I'm finna sucker one in, dude.
Oh,
Let me have the power of a girl for one
Yeah.
day. I'm finna have the world.
you're gonna give this billionaire the best 3 minutes of his life and then just swipe his Hamex at the country club is what
I'm
you're gonna
finna
do.
have a ball, dude. I'm gonna do whatever I want to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. If I'm a girl for one day, I'm definitely just sugar daddy looking for him.
Damn,
and
we
just
had two different turns on that.
scheming. Let me get my beer tab. Tab?
I don't know if I just call them beer tabs, like TAB. Is that what
I got my one from last time.
Oh, it's not lucky. We lost in the last episode.
That's true.
Yeah. For me, it's like I have a hard time imagining myself as a girl. I can't think of like what would be fun. Like what Lindsay and like my girlfriend, what she likes to do is like go drink mimosas with her friends for brunch, and
That'd be my
that's-
luck.
but-
That'd be my luck. I'd black out at brunch and miss the
Well,
whole day.
What I'm saying is like I feel like as a girl, they do a lot of things that we like to do. They just like to do it with their girlfriends, and we like to do it with our boys. You know, like what would I rather like as a man right now? What is one thing I'd like to do tomorrow? If I could do anything in the world, I'd like to have my 8 best friends with me, and let's go to a fucking football game and have a blast. I want 20 beers for each one of us. I want a
it
limo.
would be fun to be a Swiftie
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so if I'm a
Now
girl,
I'm kinda into it.
If I'm a girl, and like, I'm thinking from my point of view of what I like to do as a guy, I want all my girlfriends together. Let's all get drunk as shit and go to a Taylor Swift concert, blow it out that night, and have a good time. That's what I would do with the guys. So,
You would go to a Taylor Swift concert?
as a guy or as a girl, as a
a
girl,
guy.
I'm going to. I would go to a Taylor Swift concert. I would. You got to recognize greatness, bro.
against it. I do that. I do.
I mean, she's like.
She's done the damn thing.
recreated.
She's done it.
Yeah.
And she didn't do like the one thing about her is like, you know, a lot of women have to do the promiscuous route with music. She didn't do that. I
she's
applaud
done
that
everything
100%.
right, yeah.
She did everything right.
Everything
and,
right.
Like, wrote the right songs that weren't the songs I'm talking about. They're just nasty.
Yeah.
So I do applaud that.
And dude, as much as I hate the Chiefs so much. But damn, Travis Kelce, he knew what he was doing.
She's got more fans, Taylor Swift does,
Than the Chiefs
whole
do.
than the whole NFL combined.
I
If you
agree,
combine
yeah.
every team and the NFL, all their social medias together, she's got more fans.
That is absurd, bro.
So you can't tell me that.
no, you got something to say. I know you do. As a writer,
I think she's a great. I love 2 albums. I love Red and I love 1989. All the rest of the stuff after that, I think that maybe I just kind of was
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, there's still great songs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater by any means.
I
but-
cover
Yeah.
our song in my sets a lot of times.
Yeah,
Really?
some of those
Yeah.
early. There's a couple
Yeah.
Our
of those early
song
ones
is the
too that are
slamming
fire.
screen doors.
Yeah.
Tapping on your
She what I
window.
think that
Yeah.
she did, whether this was her decision or her parents or somebody on her team,
I
like
think her dad was a big factor of helping her with that.
when
Right?
she was young, they set her up with some of the best writers who's ever done it, and she learned from 14 from people that were great. You know what I
see.
mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, dude, it's like you got to recognize when someone's changing the game forever, like she did. Like I feel like I just related
Kind
to
of like a Steph Curry.
That's
like
what
a
I was
Pat
saying. Yeah, I
Mahomes.
was literally about to say when you recognize the athletes or the singer, I guess singers in this case, that like transcend the
Trans
game.
what?
Transcend,
transcend.
not trans.
Transbend?
No, but no, she has transcended the game. Like she's she's fantastic. But
Hey,
let's
I
see
got
if
a
we
quote
can.
for you.
Okay,
Alcohol may not be the answer, but it's worth a shot.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
Drink.
Let's live life one
I got
time.
about half a sip left of this.
You
beer.
got a shot of beer. God, that made me feel something.
It's a good one, baby.
God, it made me feel good inside.
You know, it'd feel good as if we won this max win here of
All right, let's
300
do it.
grand.
All right, it's time for our last segment, the Jumbo Bucks. 300 grand, and we're going to win. What does
Hey.
it say on the back? 60% are winners?
It's your chances of winning anything are 1 in 3.1.
guess
Call
that's
your
not
winning
terrible.
numbers out. I got a
All
bunch
right.
of threes on mine.
Let me get a 22 and a 7, and I'll know I'll win. Oh, I got a 22.
Ooh.
Got
Okay.
a 22. So I got 22, 30, 33, 23, 40, and 27.
Here we go.
Oh my God! I thought I just ripped 500.
Do you scratch
The
off?
one and the 7.
Wait, do you scratch off the amount you won first?
No, I try to get the number.
I just try to scratch the number first, and if you know it's a winner, then it's fun to scratch off below
Don't
to know
worry
you
about how I
won.
do my scratch offs over here. Mind to your damn self over there.
All right.
Because if I get a winner, hey, we're not splitting this one.
We are splitting it, bro.
Oh, you know I got that 300 grand. That's why you want to do that.
Yeah, I know you
That's
got it.
dirty, bro.
I'd love for you to win it.
I don't think I got a single winner right now.
We're going thirds, bro. Me, you, Noah. I got a winner.
Oh, do you really?
I've got a winner, but I haven't scratched the amount off yet.
Okay, leave that.
I'm going to leave it. That'll end the show. Oh, I've
Okay.
got 2 winners, bro.
No, you don't.
I've got 2 side by
How
side.
do you have 2 winners?
12 and 32, and I have 12 and 32 of my winners. Oh, baby. Let's go, Noah.
Hold on. Wait. Let me get done.
Yeah, I'm not done yet. I got more numbers, bro. I got a second row.
Dude, if I don't have a winner,
got-
typical. That
I
sounds
have
like
3 winners, bro.
That is impossible.
Look, do I need to show the camera here what I've got? You probably can't even see it.
let's see how
but
many
I've
winners
got,
I got.
I've got a 32, 32, and 12 in the bottom, and my serial numbers up top that are winners, I have 32 and 12 in those.
You knew
bro.
this ticket was a loser when you gave it to me.
Yeah, you know it. I
I don't think I got one
I'm
winner.
corrupt. All right, you ready?
Let me just double check here. Jesus, man.
All right, let's see what we won.
Just a loser.
You ready?
L7 weenie over here.
Oh, this is gonna be shit. The first one's $5.
That's not bad.
The second one is also $5.
Now you got your money back.
And the third one is, you son of a bitch, it's $5. We won.
You
I won after the expenses here. I won $5.
No, actually, because you bought this one too. So you
I'm in
lost
the negative. Yeah, I lost.
$5.
No, I lost. Yeah, I did.
This one right here is a loser. That was a
Oh.
terrible toss.
Well, good pie, bro. I
enjoy
can't
it,
wait.
brother.
Yeah, I love you, bro.
Love you too, brother. Bad dog. Woof woof.
Rough.